Hi, I'm Nikki Lovegrove and welcome to the Keepsake Supplies tutorial channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make these wire wrapped resin placenta orbs from start to finish with a close-up of the wire wrapping process. This video is dedicated to Maggie Merrick, a baby who passed away. I'm very grateful to her family for giving me permission to film this to help my students. I received her placenta dehydrated, and the first step is to cut it into smaller pieces. I use side cutting pliers here, and you can use scissors if you prefer. Be careful that the pieces don't fly away, especially if it's a precious memorial piece. Now you can grind it in a pestle and mortar to get smaller pieces. Prepare the silicone mould by overfilling with clear resin. I'm using a crystal clear 11mm sphere mould. We make these by hand, and you'll need clear silicone if you're working with UV resin like this, so that the light can penetrate and cure the resin. It's not necessary to use a clear mould if you're working with epoxy resin, but it's still a good idea so that you can see the placement of the inclusions and colours. You can add the colour first. This is pre-mixed resin sparkle mix, which is stored in opaque black pots to stop the resin curing. I'm using our angelic aqua with a touch of the basilic. Next, you'll add some of the ground placenta. I've added about 3 tiny spoonsful, and the amount you add is up to you. Use a cocktail stick to press down the colour and placenta into the centre of the orb. Try not to let it get to the edges yet. I've slowed this bit down so you can see it up close. You can make 2 or 3 with different amounts of colour and placenta and choose your favourite when they're cured. Next, use the Beachball Resin Technique, which I showed you in my Ashes Orb video, to swipe some colour up to the edges. The UV can still penetrate between the swipes to cure the centre of the orb. If you just stir the colour in, then the centre won't cure properly, and when you drill through the orb, the resin will dribble out. It would be okay with epoxy, but you might still want to use this technique because it looks pretty, like a glass bead. Cure the orb under a UV lamp for 99 seconds on a low heat setting if you have it, or 60 seconds under a regular UV lamp. We sell the low heat lamps on keepsakesupplies.com along with the kit to make an orb like this. I like to cure orbs and beads at least 3 or 4 times each, turning after each cure and allowing them to cool in between cures. Whilst they're in, put away the client's inclusions and clean your workstation. Don't be tempted to touch the orbs too soon when they come out from the lamp. They must be completely cold. Then you can remove them from the mould. To finish an orb, cut away the excess with side cutting pliers, then sand with a diamond file. If it has a little dip in it, you can refinish it. Just rest it on some white tack and add a drop of resin and cure to dome it. I'm using a pearl drill here to make sure the hole goes straight through the centre, but you can just use a 1mm drill bit in an electric drill, a USB drill, or even an Archimedes drill. It's a good idea to put a Sharpie dot where you want the hole to start and finish and aim carefully. Put the headpin through. If it comes out of the end with the liquid on, that means the centre is not fully cured. You need a headpin wide enough to cover the pouring hole. And we have these solid silver, 9-carat yellow or rose gold domed headpins on keepsakesupplies.com. You can use specific multi-size loop making pliers like these to form the loop, but I prefer to use round nose pliers and they're more affordable. Use the pliers at the end, the smallest bit, to bend back the headpin to 45 degrees. Do this a little above the base. This leaves a little room for the excess to wrap around after you make the loop. Now move the pliers up like this so that you can form the loop directly above the orb. Move the pliers down so that the loop will be a little bigger. It needs to be big enough for the chain to get through later, so you can measure the chain to find the width needed for the loop. Bend the headpin back around the pliers to form just over half a loop. Move the pliers around so that you can then pull the rest of the headpin wire round to form the full loop. Now pull the wire back like this, then bring it round to begin wrapping. Continue to wrap it around, working down to the base until you run out of wire. The last little bit is hard to bend and springs back. Push it as far as you can with your thumb and fingers, then take it off the pliers. It should look a bit like this. To snip off the excess, I like to hold the loop firmly and pull the extra wire away a little with my thumb. I like to snip it off just where the bend finishes, before the straight end. You can tuck the wire in with the round nose pliers, but I prefer to use flat pliers like this for a better grip. Tuck the cut wire under the rest, then work your way round, squeezing it so it's hidden. Switch to the round nose pliers if you like. Add a chain to make a necklace. If you made the loop too small for the loop on the chain, you can flatten the loop on the chain with flat nose pliers like this. Put it through the loop of the orb, then you can reform it into a round shape with the end of the round nose pliers. You could alternatively add different hardware, such as a large split ring to make a key ring, or a dangle charm setting for Pandora-style European bracelets, or a carabiner for Thomas Sabo-style large link bracelets. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to see more videos like this, and don't forget I've linked to the blog and all the supplies you'll need down below. Now, relax and do some crafting.